Having been in the real estate industry for over 10 years and talking with hundreds of sellers, I have been fortunate enough to hear their main objectives when selling their home. On average, these objectives boil down to three main things. Number one, selling their home for top dollar. Number two, selling with minimal expense. And number three, selling quickly. Now, I completely understand selling your home can be overwhelming at times. And combining that with not having a lot of extra cash to throw at renovations and updates, which only adds to the stress, in my opinion, I feel every seller should be able to sell their home for the most amount of money with the least amount of stress and without having to expend a lot of money. That's exactly why I decided to create these next 7 steps. They can all be done with minimal out-of-pocket expense and help give you the highest probability to sell your home for top dollar. Let's dig in. Number 1, creating curb appeal. It takes less than 7 seconds to form an opinion, and that holds true for potential buyers looking at your home. I recommend freshly mowing your grass, edging, and weeding your flower bed, neatly trimming back overgrown bushes and shrubs, adding new beauty bark, and pressure washing your driveway, gutters, and siding, especially if you have vinyl siding. Adding curb appeal helps the buyer form an initial positive opinion about your home. Next, we have number 2, which is preventative maintenance. This is the step where we take care of some of the maintenance that we may have been pushing off, like moss on the roof, broken fence boards, leaking faucets, and dirty carpets, which at minimum should be professionally cleaned. Now keep watching through the end of the steps when I give you a bonus tip on carpet. Having the preventative maintenance items completed prior to listing helps relieve the buyer's worry of buying a home that the seller has neglected to take care of. Next, we have number 3, which is decluttering. This is the step where some sellers start to get a little overwhelmed, but debatably one of the most important steps. Living in the world that we live in, we all accumulate a lot of stuff. We all know that's an understatement. I typically recommend we remove about 40% of the belongings we have, pack them up, place them in storage or a garage. The reason this is so powerful is because it helps open up the space in your home. We already established that I have a lot of stuff, and you likely have a lot of stuff. And this holds true for the buyers as well. So as they're walking through your house, they're making sure all of their belongings are going to be able to fit in your home. During this step, we also want to make sure we're removing as much as we can from the kitchen and bathroom countertops, as well as depersonalize. The more your home is filled with you, the harder it is for a buyer to imagine themselves living there. Next is number 4, lighting. Now that you have taken the steps to declutter your home to make it feel bigger, we want to add to that by making your home feel brighter. There's nothing worse than touring a home that's for sale that is crowded and dark. The first thing we're going to want to do is check for any burnt out light bulbs. Any fixture in your home that has the ability to turn on should have a light bulb. There are several different types of hues to consider when purchasing light bulbs. My personal favorite is the daylight hue. The light generated from this specific hue helps make the smallest and darkest rooms feel bigger and brighter. I recommend replacing all of your light bulbs with this specific hue. Next, we have number 5, which is painting. Painting can be one of the most cost-effective steps when preparing your home to sell. Now, depending on how long you've lived in your home, the walls can take a beating. In addition to that, we have removed 40% of your belongings and have brightened up your home with new lights, which both help reveal more blemishes in the walls, especially in high traffic areas like hallways, stairs, bathrooms, and playrooms. If painting your entire home is not an option, then painting the walls that have bold colors in our high traffic areas are a must. When selling your home, it's best to stick with neutral colors when deciding on what colors to choose. We also don't want to forget about your outside. You would be surprised what a fresh coat of paint on your trim, columns, and front door will do for your home. Our biggest goal when painting is to make your home feel bright, clean, and move-in ready. The less work the buyer has to do, the more they're willing to pay for your home. Next, we have number 6, which is staging. When the word staging comes to mind, many sellers think thousands of dollars, but that doesn't have to be the case. I always do a walkthrough with my clients to help them establish a theme for each room. Typically, the home flows the way it flows because functionality, it works for you. During the staging walkthrough, we're going to make sure the home flows in a way where it appeals to a higher number of people. This can be done most of the time with the furniture you already have. The main objective here is to stage the home in a way where the rooms feel bigger and open, as well as help paint a picture for the buyer for what's possible. Lastly, we have number 7, which is deep cleaning. This is going to be the last step in the process that helps bring all of your hard work together. The best bang for your buck would be cleaning everything from windows, blinds, bathrooms, flooring, kitchen, laundry rooms, etc. Think detailing your car before selling it. The objective here is to make your home feel and smell warm and inviting. Also, when the buyer sees your home clean, subconsciously they are reassured that your home has been taken care of. The reason these steps work and are so important is because naturally as a buyer, we always want a good deal. And as a result, when buying a home, we are automatically looking for ways we can knock down the price of your home. These 7 steps help eliminate that and help the buyer see a home that is bright, open, spacious, clean, inviting, and move-in ready. This creates a high probability that you will get top dollar for your home. Alright, here's the bonus tip I mentioned before. Replacing your carpets can be the difference between your home selling in the first week or sitting on the market for several weeks. Especially if you've lived in your home for a long period of time had animals, or had a lot of foot traffic. You might be surprised how affordable you can get new carpet, and if money's tight, finding a carpet installer who would be willing to get paid after closing is certainly an option. Okay, there you have it. These are my 7 steps to helping you get top dollar for your home in the least amount of time with minimal out-of-pocket expense. I know we covered a lot in today's video, so I went ahead and created a PDF summary for you. If you would like to get a free copy, text top dollar with your full name and email address to 41404. As always, I hope you found today's video to be helpful and informational. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see our future weekly content.